G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Car Guy News. We have a lot to get through, so let's get stuck into the news for a Tuesday. We have a ton to get through, so let's start with the cars, and I'm going to kick it off with Fly Slot. I'm going to read from my notes, and it's one of my favorite cars in real life, and also I'm a big fan of the mold itself. It's the Renault Turbo 5, has been done before by Fly. I have a fair few in my collection. This one is driven by B. Saby and D. La Source, I think that's how you say it, and it was part of the 1981 Tour de Course, and it's called the Groscol. I'm not sure if that's the livery or if that's the car name, but that's all I know about this one. If I have got anything wrong there, let me know. I personally love this mold. Yes, it's been done a million times before. I love rally cars. I love the Turbo 5 in real life and the car itself in slot car form. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments, but there is one for Fly Slot. So next up we have Avant Slot with 3 livery designs for the Opel Mantra B400 Group B. Say that 10 times in a row. Now, I think all 3 liveries look pretty good. My favorite is the GM design, which is the very bottom livery. And I don't mind the middle one with the little golf logo on the rear. I'm a Golf fan. Now, these are being worked on as we speak, I believe, and they should be available at the end of May. Now, of course, I will reach out to Avant Slot and see if we can get something from them for the channel. I've got 1 or 2 cars from them, and they did perform really well. I've never driven one of the Opel Mantras, so if you have, please let me know if they're any good and what's your favorite out of the Avant Slot range. But there you go, 3 livery designs for the Opel Mantra B400 Group B. So next up, Carrera with the BMW 320 Turbo Flashbash Oppenhauser. That's the best German that I can do. Car number 20, I love the livery. Now, we did see catalog photos of this. We saw it on display at the German Toy Festival, and I think this photo has now sold me on it. The deepish rims, the livery is pretty cool. I really like it. Now, I do have a 320 from Carrera in my collection, different livery. The car is big. I like it. It's 80s big, it's boxy, but I think this one's gonna be my favorite livery they've done on this so far. What's your thoughts? Let me know. But there you go, one for the BMW fans. Apologies for my really bad, I don't even think that was German, bad English, but I think this one's gonna be okay. So next up we have an absolute firecracker, in my opinion, from NSR. I've looked at the photos multiple times. I'm looking at the photo now on the computer, and I think it's an absolute ball terror. It is the Aston Martin Racing 2017 24-hour Le Mans LMGTE Pro winner. Now, for some reason, this car jumps out to me. I love the livery. It's basic. The car itself is sleek and sexy. Yes, I'm thinking 007. Yes, I'm thinking unique. They are a very unique car, Aston Martin, and maybe because they're doing well at the moment in the F1s, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them, but there you go. I think this is an absolute firecracker from NSR. What's your thoughts? Do you like the Aston Martin? To me, it's a very unique looking race car, and it's basic. The livery, not the car itself. Of course, from NSR, it's going to be an absolute firecracker. So there you go, one for the Aston Martin fans. So next up, we have one from Revo Slot, and I'm going to be a broken record today. It is a really good news day. I love this thing. It looks incredible. It is the Opel Kadett GTE B Schmitzbauer, so more German for you, Brau 2014 car. Now, there is something about an old school car with a ridiculous body kit that really tickles my fancy. Now, I love the detail on this. Look at the headlights. We've got the crosses. It's covering the headlights. If you smash them, they don't fall out. We've got this massive rear wang on the back of it. Absolutely love that. Again, to me, livery's cool. Maybe I shouldn't do the news because everything at the moment is really, really good, and I think I'm a bit biased when it comes to slot cars. So there you go, one for the Revo fans. Yes, this is 132 scale. Don't get that mixed up with the BRM side of it, which is 124, but this is a definite must for me. There you go, one from Revo Slot. So next up, some news from Bauer, and if you are an American viewer, this is directed at you because these are coming to your market. Yes, we've got an Alpha, I believe, in there and some BMWs. I haven't received my samples yet, but I am dying to see these in person. They look incredible in photos. Yes, they are HO 164 in scale, but they're, to me, almost worth being a model as well. If you do collect Hot Wheels or Matchbox, these will just slip straight in there. Hey, it's a slot car, so it's definitely better. So there you go for your American viewers, some Bauer, some HO goodness coming your way. Oh, and I didn't say, there is 91 each of these models coming, and trust me, they sell out fast. If you check out the website, pretty much they're sold out all the time. So 91 each of these models are available. If you want one, get onto it ASAP. Okay, now I'm finished. So moving on to Le Mans miniatures, because we do have some miniatures today, and this is your Marshall pack. Now I know my good friend Pete from Track Fans TV will need these on his track. Sorry, Pete, I know you roll a lot of cars. This is pretty cool if you want to set up a diorama, or if you have a pit area, or if you do want to set up a crash scene on your track. This is perfect. They are really, really cool. Again, highly detailed. The cars you buy from Le Mans Miniatures are really detailed, and I'm guessing the models are as well. I've never received the models or purchased them, so it'd be good to get some advice from you guys. What do they look like in person? But from photos, they look high quality. So some marshalling figures for your track. I'd love to see some photos if anyone purchases these with a nice little setup. But yeah, Pete, Track Fans TV, this one's for you. Sorry, mate. So next up, Scaleauto with some parts and pieces, in particular pinions and a replacement motor. Now I'm going to read from my notes so I get all the pinions correct, and also the information why this motor is now in existence. So let's start with the pinions. We have a 10 tooth 5.5mm in a twin pack. We also have another 10 tooth, a 6mm in a twin pack. Another 10 tooth 6.5mm in a twin pack. Moving on to the 11 tooth, a 5.5mm in a twin pack. A 6mm 11 tooth in a twin pack, an 11 tooth 6.5mm again in a twin pack, and an 11 tooth 6.75 in a twin pack. Last but not least is a 12 tooth 6.75mm also in a twin pack. Now these are all brass pinions, so high quality, so check those out. Now let's move on to the replacement motor and why this is now a thing. Now the SC0011C is replacing the SC0011B. Now I'm going to give you the stats on the 11C first. It is a 20,000 RPM long cam motor. The reason they have now made this motor to replace the 1111B is the lower RPM, I believe, is giving them better quality control and also lower motor differences. So I think with the better quality control, they can almost, I wouldn't say guarantee, but try and keep the motor performance equal, if that makes any sense. Now, I don't know how they police this. This is their information, but I think that's a great idea. If they have to drop some RPM to get a better motor across the board for racing, I'm all for that. What's your thoughts? Did you have an 11B? Was there much issues with the 11B? If there was, well, now you have an 11C with low RPM. Scaleauto. So to finish off the news today, we are looking at news around the world, and we're going to head to Slot Mods, and they received an epic package from Carrera. I am extremely jealous. I enjoyed my 4 cars. Take a look at this bunch. Now it's interesting, Slot Mods have got some Carrera cars. Of course, they build tracks to suit their client. If they want certain cars, they'll build the track to suit the cars as well, which is really cool. So it's good to watch. Let's watch and see what happens with these Carrera cars. If there's any news or information I get given that I can share, I'll update you guys. But very excited to see some Carrera cars at the Slot Mods camp. Can't wait to see what they do with these. Keep going. So that's a wrap on this edition of That Slot Car Guy News. I hope you did enjoy it. I am scouring the internet daily to find interesting items, products, stories, whatever I can in our incredible slot car world to bring to you. Whether it's daily or regularly, I am trying to update you with information that's in this massive hobby. We are very, very lucky. If there's something I am missing, please provide me with feedback in the comment section or an email. I love feedback. It helps me shape the channel to suit you, not me. And if there's a product, whether it's independent or if there's something I am missing I should be looking at, please email me and let me know. If there's a brand that you think should be on the channel that hasn't been on the channel, please, again, email me. I love to try and make this the best news that we can. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube, if this is the kind of stuff you like watching, enjoying, please consider subscribing. It does really help out the channel. Bell icon, the thumbs up, it really does help. Now, if you haven't, part 1 of my track adventure is up. It's been a labor of love as well. Part 2 is coming. I'm still waiting on Braid, but that was a lot of fun and I learned a lot from that. But be safe, take care, support your local. You guys are legends. Ciao.